Hey, third graders. Here's a little picture of our read aloud. But this is a math video, but I just thought I'd show you the cover of the read aloud I'm doing. Today, we're going to continue with multiplying. We're going to multiply some big numbers and we're going to use a new strategy. So there's lots of ways to get the right answer, but today I want you to do it the way I'm going to show you, and I want to see your steps. You've been doing a great job of showing me your work. Keep it up. So today we're going to use partial sums multiplication. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, there's our same problem. I wrote it a little different, and I wrote the heading partial sums. Okay, so you know how to do lattice, you know how to do old school. Some of you probably know how to do partial sums. The answer would all be the same, 3,247 times 8. No matter what strategy you use, you're going to get the same answer. But today I'm going to ask you to please use partial sums strategy only, and please show me your work. So the whole key of partial sums is breaking the number kind of into its place value. So the 7 is the ones moving over, the 4 is in the tens, the 2 is in the hundreds, and the 3 is in the thousands. So remember back to place value, the value of the 3 isn't 3, it's 3 ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, it's 3,000s. So that's going to help us with this kind of strategy, okay? That's right. 200 in the hundreds will be 200 times 8. Next up, I have the 4 to deal with. What place is it in? What number will I multiply by 8? Hope you're seeing a pattern. The 4 that was in the tens place, 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 still times 8. Got one more step to go. Can you figure out what it's going to be? Okay, a couple minutes later, what I did was solve those equations. Now, maybe you notice they're in a nice row because now I'm going to add those numbers up. And if they're all nicely lined up, it makes it so much easier. So let's look at our first row as I add. 0, 0, 0, and 6 is going to be 6. Next row. 0, 0, 2, and 5. Okay, well 0 and 0 is 0. 2 plus 5 is 7. So that row is 7. Okay, moving to the hundreds place. 0, 6, 3, and nothing. Well, 0 is nothing. 6 and 3 is 9. 9 plus nothing is 9. So my third row, 9. 2 rows left. Fourth row, 4 plus 1. That's 5. practice problem number 2. 7,143 times 5. Okay, remember, the first thing to do is break it apart by its place value. So let me help you with the first one. 7 in the thousands, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 7,000 times 5. Okay, so I'm gonna take it apart is how I'm gonna put it, and I'm gonna multiply by 5. Okay, that's me having broke it apart and setting it up now. Remember, it's still times 5. Now, be careful when you put these numbers down. Try to align your rows so they're all in the same place value. I'll show you what I mean after I do my multiplication. So now I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to go and do my multiplication. I want to make sure I do it right. And then I just write down what's 7,000 times 5, 100 times 5, 40 times 5, 3 times 5. Okay, remember I want to see all your steps. So now I've done my multiplication, and because I know I have to add them later, I tried really hard to get all my place values. So my ones rows are all the same. My tens rows are all lined up. My hundreds rows are all lined up. And so is my thousands rows all lined up. I only have one of the numbers, but there's not another number in the way. And then in my 10,000s place, again, lined up, but there's nothing there. So now I'm doing the adding. I'm adding up my numbers. First row, 0005 is 5. Second row, 0001 is 1. 0 and 5 is 5. 5 and 2 is 7. Ones, 10, hundreds, thousands place. 5 by itself is 5. 3 by itself is 3. When I zoom in the whole thing, 7,143 times 5 is 35,715. So that's what I want you to do tomorrow, and that's what I want you to show me. I'm only going to give you 4 problems to do because I want you to take the time to show me all the steps and break it apart. If you're not sure what to do, watch the video again, and remember, it's always okay to get help from somebody at home. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to break it apart, do the multiplication, show me the adding, and the final answer. So show me your work like you've been doing. You're doing a great job out there. Miss you all so much.